go ahead and tell me your top 10 quarterbacks, because that's what we're starting off with. As number one, as we already know who's number one is really not to give him a long introduction and why. It's Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in this league right now. He already showed you that multiple rings. He already has the MVP, and he just keep on winning games where we just don't really believe that this guy should be winning, but he just keep on winning. Number two, I understand that it's not biased, that this is just what I really think. Lamar Jackson is the number two, is my number two quarterback in this league, man. He's a two-time MVP. He's the best dual threat quarterback that NFL is possibly ever going to see. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. He is the best dual threat quarterback we've seen so far. When you can just go ahead and build a team around this one particular player, and this one particular player just keep on showing up. Now, I understand that, yes, he hasn't won deep into the playoffs yet. I get it. But I just really feel like that Lamar Jackson is number two. Number three is C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud has put the league on notice. I understand that, yes, he only had one season last year, but that one season was not supposed to go like that in C.J. Stroud favors, as us analytics were saying. We were saying that C.J. Stroud is probably going to be this upcoming season is his season. No, he showed us otherwise. And I think that C.J. Stroud is the number three quarterback in my eyes. Number four, we're gonna go with Jalen Hurts, and a lot of people wants to go down on Jalen Hurts, but remember, just after his Super Bowl run, he was the number two quarterback after that year. Just because he had a hurt year last year, I don't think he should be able to fall that deep. Jalen Hurts still was able to produce 1,000-yard wide receiver. He was still able to throw over 3,000 yards. Jalen Hurts just had to just deal with nagging injuries. You feel me? Jalen Hurts still was able, it wasn't just Jalen Hurts, but the Eagles were still able to have a winning season. So I just think that Jalen Hurts is most definitely number four. Number five is going to have to go with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, understand that he didn't play a full season last year, but when Joe Burrow was playing the year before, he was already kind of saying, people were saying that he could possibly be MVP. That he was the guy, he is the guy that was taking down Mahomes by himself. The only quarterback, that can be able to do that. So Joe Burrow most definitely has to be up here. This number six will be Josh Allen. I think that Josh Allen is the best gunslinger that we have in the game right now. Sometimes he make bad decisions, but he have a strong arm, and I think that he's the second best dual threat quarterback right now in the NFL. Not all time, but right now in NFL. Josh Allen sometimes he just need to stop trying to win the game by himself. That's my only downfall with Josh Allen. Number seven will be Brock Purdy. I understand that a lot of people probably like Brock Purdy. Yes. Brock Purdy was in MVP conversation last year. If Brock Purdy probably would have, if the 49ers would have beat the Ravens late in the season last year, Brock Purdy and CMC would probably would have been 1-2 or 1-3 for your MVP. Just keep it a buck. I understand that people were saying, well, he's a system quarterback. Well, you got to build a system to be for this quarterback, or you got to find the right quarterback for this system. And Kyle Shanahan found the right quarterback in Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy is living up to, he's living up to higher expectations that we had for Brock Purdy. So Brock Purdy is number 7. Jared Goff is number 8. And I know a lot of people saying, damn, Jared Goff. Jared Goff always had potential of being a good quarterback. He just didn't fit with the quarterback with the Rams in my eyes. So what he did last year with the Lions and the year before, you can see that Jared Goff was starting to wrap up. And Jared Goff was also in the MVP conversation before he met the Ravens. So I think Jared Goff is the 8th. Number 9 will come Tua. Tua, I believe, is a great quarterback. Shout out to him for getting his money today. Didn't really read all his exclusives and what his pay is. Check my shorts out, and I will give you all that information. But I think that Tua, only thing about Tua is that he hasn't showed that he can win deep into the playoffs. He hasn't showed that he can win games in late December and January. That is the only downfall of Tua. Tua can put up the yards. Tua can put up the touchdowns, especially if we can all say that Brock Purdy is a system quarterback. Tua fits right with this Dolphin system. So he's number 9. And number 10 was a toss-up. It was a toss-up a little bit. I had to go back and forth, and I almost forgot this guy because he is one of the baddest guys in the regular season. And that's Aaron Rodgers. The guy I was going back and forth with was Jordan Love. Jordan Love is showing that potential of where you want him to be. I think that's the reason why he's fighting for a contract. But Aaron Rodgers is multiple-time MVP. He's showing you that during the regular season, Aaron Rodgers is probably the best guy, the best quarterback that you can actually want during the regular season. You can see that the Jets offense was solely relying on Aaron Rodgers. And once he went down, that whole system went down. So I just think that Aaron Rodgers is going to have a lot to prove, especially at this age, that he can come back from a torn Achilles. And like I said, during the regular season, Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to pick against him. So there go my top 10 quarterbacks in the league. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, CJ Stroud, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Tua Tagovailoa, and Aaron Rodgers.